Hi, I'm Ian from Sacred Heart Friction Fire, and today we're talking Tinder Bundles. Now, Tinder Bundles, or Tinder Nests, I prefer to call them Tinder Bundles, because in ritual the bundle seems to be sacred, and so for me, calling it a bundle has more significance within ritual. Now, Tinder Bundle is a very important aspect of welcoming the ancestral fire. It's once you've coaxed the embryonic ancestral fire from out of hiding, you then need to feed it to burst it into flame, and to do that you need very combustible material and oxygen, breath. So you're breathing life into the ancestral fire. For a Tinder Bundle you need very combustible materials, so I'm going to take you through the different materials I use, and I'm going to take you through how to build a Tinder Bundle and then how to blow the embryonic ancestral fire into life, into flame. So that's what I'm going to cover today. I'm also going to cover a little bit about finding and collecting the materials. So the main time of year basically is around end of summer, early autumn, to start collecting materials. Basically you want to collect materials once they're starting to die off, but before they start really getting decayed. Okay, so the two main materials I use for Tinder Bundle is grass. So this is dead dry grass which has grown long and has died and is yellow. You don't want green grass. You don't want grass which has been cut green like hay. You want it dead grass. Bracken, again, dead bracken. You want to collect it once it's dead and dried off. So with bracken, it's better to collect it later in autumn, sort of October time. We can find it from end of summer onwards. Now there are other options too. It's a clematis bark. So clematis tends to shed its bark, so you can peel off the bark which is falling off. And then there's various other plant materials, dead plant materials, which you can experiment with and try. Thinking here, there's some dead cow parsley, there's some dead. So basically, you want dry plant material, which is very easily combustible. So really, it's got not a lot to it, kind of paper thin, and with some heat, it will burst into flame. You want a bit of substance to it, because with some plant material, it may just smoulder and not actually burst into flame. Now, smouldering plant material is good as part of a tinder nest because it will help extend the ember and build up the heat within the tinder nest to then burst into flame. So with a tinder nest, really you want a tinder nest made up of different materials. There's also, I'm talking ember extenders, and this will make more sense when we start constructing a nest. There's also Rosebay Willowherb, which is like fluffy seed heads, and this is my favourite for lining the Tinder Bundle for extending the ember. And then there's other materials too. You may, because you're doing this for ritual, we may want to add dried herbs. This is rosemary. You could add mugwort. Couldn't find mugwort, but sometimes add mugwort to the Tinder Bundle for a bit more significance. Then you can also add use things like birch bark, which is highly flammable. You also use wood shavings as well. So there's lots of possibilities. But for me, my preference is either bracken or dead dry grass. End of summer, early autumn is a great time to go and collect materials. So now I'm going to show you a few short clips on finding and collecting grass, bracken, clematis, rosebay, willowherb. Dead long grass is ideal for Tinder Bundles. Now in the UK, I find this time of year, sadly, most of the grass meadows in places managed by local councils will have been cut rather than leave it till the end of summer, which is a bit sad. However, here there is lots of cut dead dry grass, which I can use for Tinder Bundles. Bracken is another good plant which is good for Tinder Bundles, so you want to collect bracken when it is dying off, like this. So as you see, the leaves make great tinder material. I would say though, collecting bracken, it's best to do it wearing gloves, because as you're pulling it, you can cut yourself on the sharp bits of bracken branches. So yeah, best to wear gloves when collecting it. So bracken can be found throughout UK woodlands, on hillsides, by the side of the road. Yeah, it's pretty widespread within the UK. Clematis retail, well, I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but wild clematis can be found throughout mixed woodland, mostly in the southern England. So clematis is quite easy to spot by its vines, which grow up into the trees. The dead dry bark, which is starting to peel off, like that, is great for Tinder bundles. So yeah, just peel off the bark which is starting to fall off. Don't try to peel off the bark if it's not. Rosebay Willowherb is great as an extent. Rosebay Willowherb can be found throughout the UK. See, it's got purple flowers. Right, seed heads comes from the top, and then when it's ready, we'll get this fluffy seed heads, which you strip it off the top, and that, once dry, you put that in your Tinder Nest, put the ember on top. It acts as an ember extender. So for me, a big part of ritual is about preparation. It's very different to like bushcraft and survival, where with those you may be doing everything on the spot. You're in the wild, you want to make a fire, so you need to collect your tinder and everything all on the spot. With ritual, for me, it's totally different, where you're preparing in advance. Mostly everything is prepared in advance. So I'm going out in the autumn, I'm harvesting and then storing them for the next year. So I will do this sustainably, I won't take too much from each spot. I use Hessian sacks to store a lot of my materials, and it's, you need to make sure that things are dried before you store them, and you store them away somewhere dry. You don't want to store them in a damp shed. You need to keep all this stuff dry. So I find Hessian sacks very useful. So I'm now going to go through how to make a tinder nest from each of the materials, and then I'll show you how to blow life into the embryonic ancestral fire. Building a tinder nest. Again, this is for aimed at ritual. So I like to build a nice big tinder bundle. And so to ritually welcome the ancestral fire, I like to use a big tinder bundle. A few reasons for this. One is so there's plenty of fuel to feed the embryonic ancestral fire. And also in a group, I like to pass the bundle around so everybody can blow life into the embryonic ancestral fire. So for that, it's easier if you've got a big bundle. Sort of make space in the middle, and then I'll get my Ember Extender. So this is Rosebay Willowherb. So there are other Ember Extenders you can use, such as Thistle. I find Thistle's a lot finer and burns a lot quicker. So Rosebay Willowherb is my favourite. And what an Ember Extender does, so it's a material which it won't catch light, it will smoulder. And basically you get a bigger ember, and there's a couple of things the Ember Extender does. So it's like a little bed to lay the ember on, to stop it, so that stops the ember from getting lost and falling through the tinder bundle. It can be very easy to lose the ember at times, and you don't want that. I always use an Ember Extender, which is just part of my tinder nest, and it helps build up the heat within the tinder bundle. And again, you can add herbs into this if you want, dried herbs, etc. into this if you wanted to. So if we're using something like Clematis, so Clematis needs a little bit of processing just to make it so it burns faster. So you want to buff up the fibres a bit more to make it a bit more fibrous. Break it up in your fingers, sort of rub it, the Rosebay Willowherb in the middle, and then that all folds over. And grass. Not going to use this grass today because it's a bit damp. It's not dry enough. So again, So with grass, got a nice big bundle, and again I'll get that Rosebay Willowherb, put it in the middle like that, and then we'll fold it over once we've added the ember. Okay, so we've coaxed our embryonic ancestral fire from out of hiding. So now we need to feed it and bring it into life. So once you've coaxed the ember, you can let it sit a while, you don't need to rush. So you can just let the ember sit and let it develop. An ember will typically last quite a few minutes, so there's no rush. Now you wanted to have your Tinder bundle ready, so that once you have coaxed the ember, you can then add it to the Tinder bundle after a couple of minutes. So we've got our bundle Bracken here. We've got the Rosebay Willowherb in the middle, ready to accept the ember. I'm going to take the ember and just gently add that into the middle of the Ember Extender. So there's no need to rush, so you can do this slowly, methodically. The more you rush, then the likely you're going to make a mistake. We have ember sitting on the Ember Extender in the Tinder bundle. So now what I'm going to do is fold it over. Now, I want to do this gently, because you don't want to smother the ember, but you do want it sort of inside the bundle rather than just on the outside. So you want to make sure that there is a gap, there's air getting to it and you can see it. So now I'm going to start blowing into the bundle onto the ember. So we're blowing, you're not blowing out a candle. So you want a nice dry breath. You don't want a quick because that's going to blow it out. So you want a nice sort of dry, long breath. So like this. So it's sort of blowing, but you're doing it, keeping it dry. You don't want to lots of spit in there. You don't want any spit there. So it's like. So we are feeding the embryonic ancestral fire with our breath and with food. So this is a magical part. It's all magical. This is another magical part. And so for this, you can pass the bundle around to a group of people and let everybody have a blow into the bundle. That's my preferred way. You could also have everybody do a collective breath towards the bundle. So basically what we're trying to do, we're feeding the ember with oxygen. So to its moulding material, let it increase in size. So there's no need to rush because you want the ember to get larger with the Ember Extender and it will build up heat in the bundle. So you want the heat to build up to a point where it combusts. So as well as blowing, you can also waft it. So you can also waft it from side to side, which will help get air in. So there's a couple of different ways you can use to feed the ember with oxygen. I'm just going to keep feeding this with my breath. So I'll blow in and then breathe in, make sure you're not breathing in the smoke. So this is also why you want your material to be as dry as possible. If it's damp, it's going to take longer to catch light. So we keep blowing until we get flame, basically. So there we go, we have flame. Now we can add this to 5 bits of firewood. Kindling. Welcome, 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 ancestral fire.